And the Vikings. And the Vikings do not want to go back to Baltimore with a loss. They do not want to put themselves in a situation where they're walking out of here without the victory. And here we go. Ashanti Worthy, after disrespecting him on the initial throw-off, gets through one defender, trying to find a way out of the sea of purple and black, and will get halted at the 35-yard line. Ball will come out, but the whistle is blown, and it will be 1st and 10. And now on the snap, 1st and 10. A lot of time rolling out to his left, and he'll just go straight upfield. He gets the first down and more, past the 50, gets through one defender, gets through another defender, there's the toss to Riddick, meep, and he will go inside the 25 to the 27-yard line. 1st down, BIC. Big play there, that lateral to Riddick, and not showing a lot of respect to that Baltimore Vikings defense as they decimate them on the first play off of scrimmage. And it will be 1st and 10, 2 wide receivers. Riddick at the top of your screen. With time. Rolls out to his right. Codrington throws this one. Caught, tipped up, no, and that will be incomplete. The snap, and there's the handoff. Courage going to his right, to his left, trying to move the ball laterally. That is not how it works, and he will get a loss of 3 on the play. Setting themselves up to be eligible receivers, and we see Codrington, an amazing season so far. 13 touchdowns. And the snap rolls out to his left. Ball thrown deep. A bit of a wobbler and almost tipped away. Looking for a flag, and he gets one. Just having fun here. And it's 1st and goal after the penalty. And there's the handoff. Finding the hole, seeping right in. Touchdown, BIC. They strike first. The door wide open after the penalty. And a big move here. Waiting for the snap and the handoff, and again trying to use that run play, trying to use that 65 toss power trap. Does not work, cannot get the 5 yards, and it will remain 6-0. That is Jermaine Whittington, Juice Main. Gets the ball at the 25, and here comes an opportunity going upfield, and now breaking through! This one could go all the way, but the whistle blows, and he goes out of bounds. At the top of your screen, pardon me, number 88, that's Ken Dog, and there's the handoff, and a big opportunity for Baltimore, and that will only be about a small gain of 3. So glad you're joining us. Cam Boogie running that ball off again to play action, and that one is incomplete. Tried to get about a quick 4-yard gain there off the play action, waiting for the opportunity. This Baltimore team going on the run. Cam Boogie running through, gets the first down and more, and gets inside BIC territory. And I have to watch out. And OB. And the snap. Rolling to the right, and here's an opportunity. Trying to move upfield, and then another first down off the legs of Cam Boogie. Set up all the way to the right. And then there's the handoff. No play action, immediate blitz by that BIC defense. In trouble. The toss, and that one barely completed. They are trying to fight against the dying of the light, trying to stay alive here. 7:17 left to go. And taking time off the clock, eating time away. That's what the Vikings need to do. Cam Boogie, and there's the screen. And immediately the Juice Man getting caught up in a sea of white and blue, and he is not happy about how that went down. 5 yards deep is Cam Boogie. Here comes the pressure. Trying to get this one out, and another botched screen play. Tried to use that release valve. Tried to use number 0, Wendell Griffin, a.k.a. Swaggy G. Waiting for the opportunity. Ball snapped. Here comes some pressure. Rolling out to his left. Codrington will set the block and will get a gain of about 4. And it will be 2nd down for the BIC. And the snap
Fakes the screen. There's the screen. Tipped up, and great heads-up play by the Baltimore defense. That one attempted to go to Matt Riddick. Gochez, number 92, the functioning replacement this week. I'm coming in much like a long reliever. With time, Codrington on third down. He'll just take it and run. Gets past the 30 to the 35, finding a way to stay in bounds. I could barely stay that upright sober, let alone running downfield with man running against him and get up by 2 scores, as it smells much like a Grateful Dead concert here in Asbury Park. The quick snap, and there's the throw to Kason Campbell, and Campbell will get a 9-yard reception. That is Riddick. Pardon me, that is Kason Campbell. And now the handoff, and going upfield past the 50. And a big play there. And it will be 2nd and 17.
Yeah, good job.
With time, looking for something. Rolls out to his left. Trying to bide some time. And here comes Sterry Codrington. Codrington will get some positive yards there. Look like a gain of about 9. Will be 3rd and 9. 3 wide receiver set. Riddick in the slot. Codrington with time above the hands of his wide receiver, and it will be 4th down. Of respect for their defense, trust in their defense, and more so trust in Sterry Codrington, who's not had the best of days so far in the air. 1 for 3 and 9 yards for Sterry Codrington. And you see Riddick at the bottom of your screen. The snap, and here comes the pressure. Codrington in trouble, throws to Riddick, gets the ball inside the 45, and it looks like he got the first down. The ball will be placed around the 48-yard line. Codrington 1 for 4, 9 yards, 4 rushes for 60 yards. And here comes an opportunity. Codrington on his bicycle. He's at the 40. He's still on his feet, and he's inbounds at the 15, the 10, 5, touchdown, BIC. Sterry Codrington with the run takes it to the house. A 52-yard touchdown rush by Sterry Codrington. What a play from this rookie here in the A7FL. We'll take a look in the replay in just 1 second. Let's see here. Beautiful blocking by this offensive line, creating open space. That is what you need in the A7FL. You need open space, wide open space, throwing up the deuces, throwing up the goodbye. Riddick at the top of your screen. There's the screen to Riddick. Riddick, who can throw behind the back pass, and that one will go nowhere. Get them stopped, and Riddick will throw this one off, and no doubt about that one staying in bounds. That is a returnable ball, and it will bounce inside the goal line, and here comes a challenge for the Juice Man. The Juice Man slides to the right. Take it back now, y'all. 1 stiff arm this time, and it will get taken out of bounds on a great play by the BIC special teams. And Cam Boogie, the quarterback. And there's the handoff. Opportunity abound. Gets the first down and a little more. And a big running play there for the Vikings. 4-man rush coming from the BIC. And here comes that pressure. Here comes that pressure. Ball is up. And that one will go out of bounds. An incomplete pass. And it will be 2nd down. Juice Man will set up as a wide receiver down low, and here comes that pressure. That line, like Swiss cheese or the 2008 economy, it is too big to fail, and the ball is loose. Trying to go behind the back, ball is loose. Cam Boogie will get it back. Ball comes out, slip slide, touchdown BIC. That ball had 1 goal, and that was to get into the end zone. Didn't care who was going to do it, and Mofo Jones will get the stop, the sack, and the touchdown. 18-0 BIC. And it will be a 2-point conversion attempt right now for the BIC as they look to go up 20-0. Ball placed on the 10-yard line. Kason Campbell and Riddick, the wide receivers. Ball going to Riddick, and they catch it. And will it count? It will. And that will be 2 on the board, 20-0, and just like that. And you'll see that on camera in just a moment. Riddick just hurling this one. He threw that one like a shot put. And the Juice Man from inside the 15-yard line gets the ball and automatically in trouble, but breaks one tackler. Trying to get past Riddick and will stumble and fall all the way to the 36-yard line. A good return. Looking like, hey, this is my house. You're just walking in. You're a guest here. And Cam Boogie automatically in trouble, but a pass and the ball is dropped. And is it a there's no whistle, so it's a live ball. We've got a live ball, trying to find a way to turn this around. That ball has a mind of its own, trying to get a sustained drive, and we'll try to get the call here and see if that was a completed pass or an incompletion. But I think we're going to have a bit of an argument here. Let's take a look again on the replay, slowing things down nice and pretty like. Catches the ball, and no, that's oh man. Yeah, that looks like an incompletion to me. He does not complete the catch. Look to be in good spirits, but they're concerned and they're focused here. They need to protect that ball and keep it going. We saw one huge turnover. We almost saw another one here on that play with 8:54 and running here in the second quarter. They get the ball at the half, but with the 20-0 deficit and a blitz coming again and almost intercepted. That ball intended for Tony Toe Tap, and they were looking to and won that one. That was an incomplete play. It looks like they're going for a flag and keep it up and try to get as many yards away from the defender as possible. Another 4-man rush against a 3-man line. In trouble, smothered, covered, but Cam Boogie evades the defense and is running downfield. Tries to evade tacklers, will get inside BIC territory and will stay up and keep moving. No whistle, and is brought down at the 30. Cam Boogie surviving and thriving, going from the low rises to the high rise. First down, Baltimore. And here we go with the snap on first down. Here comes the pressure from Fennessy. The ball thrown to the big man. The big man, number 56, plowing downfield, getting inside the 15, maintaining possession of the ball, and it will be first down. Cam Boogie putting his whole team and the BIC defense on his back, literally. Mazur with the reception here. With the reception, the eligible receiver, a wobbly ball there thrown by Cam Boogie, but Mazur running like a Sherman tank downfield, and the ball came loose for half a second. Needing and living off of their legs today, and another rush, and Boogie rolling out to his left, followed by Fennessy. Fennessy will get him out of bounds at the 7-yard line, and Fennessy is down and he looks hurt. Earlier in this drive, 1st and goal, ball placed on the 2.5-yard line. The ball, the throw, and it's bobbled out of the hands of number 9. After this timeout with 3:46 left to go in the first half, Juice Man set up next to Cam Boogie, 3 on the line. The hike, the roll off, the Juice Man! Worth the squeeze on that one. He'll get the Vikings on the board, and it's 20-6. He'll do a little dance. 3 rushes for the Juice Man, 12 yards, 1 touchdown on the day. 3 wide receivers set, and here comes the pressure from the BIC defense. Cam Boogie on his bicycle. Cam Boogie trying to stay in bounds, and they will give him the conversion. Wow! That one has a bit of a Charm City call, in my opinion. Let's take a look again on the replay. Boogie rolls to his right, followed by Fennessy and Mofo Jones. Jones trying to keep him out of play and hits the pylon. It doesn't pass the pylon. It hits the pylon, at least from that angle. But they will get 2 points on the board. Cam Boogie limping after that play, and you got to wonder if it was worth it there. And here comes the 3-on-1. Matt Reddick, a.k.a. Meep Meep, will return the ball. And here breaking through, trying to get ball comes loose. Reddick, the ball's out. Loose ball coming downfield. Ricardo Freeman can't hold on to it. That ball is made of nothing but cocoa butter and anguish because Matt Reddick has dropped the ball. And on the 35-yard line, the Wolverine, Ricardo Freeman, gets to stop the turnover and the ball. And the Vikings will have possession. Take a look again here. In trouble, Riddick not holding on to the ball too tightly. Gets the ball popped out of his own hands. Gets it back for a second. Knocked out by number 8 and Freeman. Like a shark finding blood in the water, trying to get it. That ball has been the main concern for both of these teams. The momentum has sufficiently shifted, and the handoff to the Juice Man, and he immediately is encumbered and entangled like August and Jada, and it will be second down, and a huge loss of 7 or so yards in Casey Fennessy on the ground for the Juice Man. Second down, and there's the Juice Man again, getting his number called on a screen. And again, the Vikings really relying on that screen. We have not seen it bode well for them so far in this game. Let's take a look again here. That quick screen, a moderate gain, if any, may have picked up the yards they lost. And you know what? You know what I use? I use BioHemp Plus for my CBD needs, and it's the official CBD provider for the A7FLs for you and your pet. So when Olive the fat baby needs a little bit of it, I use BioHemp Plus. You get 20% off your order by using the promo code A7FL. Go to biohempplus.com. And there's the pass. Boogie in trouble. Throws this one deep towards the sideline and nearly intercepted. That one was a battle for the ball, and number 3 not able to come up with it between both of these teams and how we got to this point. And Boogie trying to go through again. Gets manhandled. Tried to stiff arm his opponent. But speaking with his chest is number 7. Boogie not having any of it. That was Jalen Crooms with the tackle, the stop, and some devastate, and then just a little extra energy at the end of it. And both of these guys bowing up like they're a TikToker and a YouTuber in a boxing match, ready for some of that hold me back action for the Vikings. Cam Boogie will snap. 3-person line, 4-person rush. The ball's thrown, caught, and it's completed. What a play! That one stays in, and it's not a touchdown, but Prime bringing that energy. Ricky Robinson with the reception, the momentum before the half, and they keep the ball. They will get the ball at the start of the third, leaping up like Michael Jordan at the end of Space Jam, grabbing that one, trying to stay in bounds, and Prime is ready for his spotlight here. That is bringing the rush, but not having any urgency. And that one going to the big man, Mazur, not able to get it, talking to his quarterback. They had it drawn up, but they weren't able to get it across the goal line, and it will be second down. And let's take a look again in this replay. The time, the weight, the pacing. Stansbury going stride for stride with Mazur. And there we go on the play, taken down. Casey Fennessy with the sack on second down. Casey Fennessy, who had to walk off the field earlier after getting blown up. Let's take a look at the replay. The snap by Boogie, not a lot of time. Fennessy stepping into the pocket, stepping into the lane, and another lineman keeping his hands up. And Boogie looking for a call there, and Fennessy right in his face, getting right in his face and saying, this is the playoffs. And someone with a Kobe Bryant logo tattooed on their body has that Mamba mentality. Can Casey Fennessy's spirit and energy carry the lead right now for a BIC defense after this timeout by the Vikings? I believe that's their second charge timeout. Four defenders looking to press here, including Fennessy. And there we go, Cam Boogie running off, and Fennessy again following up with the tackle. A gain of about 8 on the play, and it will be third down with under 90 seconds left to go and a timeout called on the field. Let's take a look again at the replay. Boogie, no options. Kenny Stansbury tries to give chase, but slows him down just enough for Fennessy to step up, step in, and get his second straight tackle on the quarterback. On a huge 4th and goal, down 12, Boogie automatically in trouble, rolls out to his right, needs to throw, ball's up in the air, off the hands, and intercepted in the end zone by the BIC, and the big play, taking his laps, number 3, with the interception. That one, a half-defining, there's a lot of football left, but a half-defining play by both of these guys. Rolling out to his right was Boogie. Boogie not having a lot of time. This is the momentum shifter. This game has been a ping pong match between the Williams sisters in a hall closet in a small home you see on HGTV. Back and forth, back and forth. Both teams not willing to break. 1st and 10. The snap. Not a lot of time. Codrington looking for an option, will not have one, stays upright, but will get sacked. The whistle blows. Can the BIC, with under 53 seconds, a timeout called by the BIC, their first charge timeout, and with a minute 14 left to go, Codrington will plant himself on the 5 yards away from the line. 3 wide receivers set, meet at the top of your screen. And he's looking right at him. Rolls out to his right. And Codrington on his bicycle gets hemmed and hawed and finds a way to jump out of play, stopping the clock. And it will be third down. A gain of about 10 there, and it will be 3rd and 9. We see Codrington, not a lot of options. This Vikings defense stepping up when it counts to try to get the stop. The pressure has been on the quarterback across both sides of the street all game long. 1:09 left to go. And with time, Codrington will run this one straight up the field, going right down Broadway. Switches and goes to the outside, and will run out of play with 1:01 left to go, getting the first down. That's Jalen Kroom set up in the slot. Courage Mosey checks in as an offensive lineman. Watch for the ball to go to Mosey here. With time, Codrington will run again. Codrington upfield, gets past one defender, stays in play, and will run out of bounds, get the first down and more. Ricardo Freeman will get credited with the stop. And inside the 35-yard line, it's it's Riddick. And one more in there. The throw intended for Courage Mosey, and that one not completed. That one, and we will go to 2nd down. Playing pretty much right near Codrington, who's set up 4 yards away from his offensive line. 4-person set, and here comes the rush. And here comes a big pressure play. Codrington will throw this one, and it is caught by Courage Mosey. Oh, pardon me. That was Kason Campbell. Campbell with the catch. I'm sorry, Jalen Crooms. Jalen Crooms with the reception, and Crooms talking that talk, and it will be a gain of 18 on the play. Courage Mosey, a former A7FL MVP, was a cornerstone of that 2016 BIC team. And when you hear his name called, it's something. We've not seen a lot of Courage Mosey so far this season running the ball. With Riddick and Kason Campbell. With time, Codrington, the most time he's had all day, and there's a Shante Worthy. Hollywood swinging through. Beautiful play by Worthy, but keeps going backwards. Laterals it to Codrington. Codrington with 18 seconds left. Stays up, stays in bounds, fumbles the ball inside the end zone. Timeout called. Timeout called by the BIC with 11 seconds left to play. Codrington, with the most time he's had all day, throws it to Ashante Worthy. Worthy gets the first down, but knowing time is tight, wants to get one more on the board. Evades Ricardo Freeman, evades 45, keeps the ball play alive, tosses it back to Codrington. Codrington has to get the first down again. He does, moves the ball upfield, ball comes out of his hand, and the ball will come down at the 1. They'll place it at the 2-yard line, where Codrington fell down. And they are watching this game very intently, knowing that they may have to face the BIC again and want to see them in all forms. And there's the handoff to Mosey. Slips, slides, ball comes loose. Ball is loose. That was Worthy. Pardon me, Ashante Worthy, but that touchdown counts. Worthy, with 6 seconds left to go, looks like he crossed the Rubicon and makes this a 26-8 score. Let's take a look again at the replay. Worthy, direct snap, takes the ball with a little help from Mosey up front, gets up and over the line, ball comes out, but it looks like he crossed the threshold all the way to the right on the same line as Ashante Worthy. Codrington, the throw to Riddick. Riddick in trouble, rolls out, sets a pick, big block by Ken Stansberry. Stansberry, 74. Riddick behind the back, intercepted. Shackton a fool was Matt Riddick. And Riddick setting himself up at the 28-yard line. Will give himself some time to run and throw. Riddick launches this one. The Juice Man will get it around the 10-yard line. And now the Juice Man runs over, trying to find an option, trying to break through with 6 seconds left on the clock. Trying to find something here, trying to break through, and he does. He finds a running lane, but gets knocked out of play. And with 6 seconds left to go, with one shot here, the Vikings have one shot on offense to make it count and be down less than 18. Try to get it back to 12 and get the ball at the start of the second half. And we see getting past Breeze here was the big problem. Couldn't find and turn into a lane. Breeze setting up for Kason Campbell to get the tackle. I'm Matt Ryan, live from Asbury Park Stadium in Asbury Park, New Jersey. A beautiful but overcast day here right on the water, right outside. We are live on Fight for the Elite 8 of the A7FL playoffs. The 8 best teams in the Northeast Division battling to face off one of the teams from Florida or California on July 18th in the A7FL title game. $20,000 on the line and the hopes of holding that Herff Jones design trophy. Both of these teams looking to move on to next week's Final Four, potentially a date with the Patterson U, maybe the East Orange Renegades. The snap. And coming right upfield, here's an opportunity. The Juice Man looking to make a squeeze and a big run, but that will be the end of the first half. And we take a look here. This is how they set up the first score of the game. That handoff to Mofo Jones, getting it right down the line and getting it over. That's the setup for the first score of the game. But let's talk about the Cam Boogie and this Baltimore Vikings offense. Coming up short in their first drive, but Boogie putting the team on his back, running that ball downfield. And we see Codrington again setting up for that second score. Play broke down, but his drive didn't. He found a way to get into the end zone, and here we see Boogie again in a world of trouble. Huge blocks. The offensive line for the Vikings have been facing three players at a time, and we see that fumble that really put in motion that touchdown. That completely shifted things for a while. The Vikings felt like they were in it, but the BIC setting it up, and here we see Ashante Worthy to Matt Riddick. A wobbler, but that one counts. That one got in there. That was a 2-point conversion for Riddick. And Cam Boogie here again on his bicycle, having to run this entire game. His offensive line can only do so much, pushing the ball downfield. Cam Boogie has been one hell of a leader for the Baltimore Vikings today, and needing everything he can possibly everything in his arsenal to try to set the score and set the rhythm. And there we see the Juice Man, number 22, having a solid game himself. And we see here again Boogie. Just the story of this game has been pressure on the defense. We saw Casey Fennessy get a big sack and get some really big defensive stops. And we saw after that there Cam Boogie getting hurt and limping to the sideline. And then that big catch setting everything up by Prime, trying to set up for that first score. Codrington looking for a huge opportunity here, and then getting it over to Ashante Worthy, a guy we weren't calling on much today. Didn't see a lot of him, but Worthy setting it up here, tossing the ball back to Codrington, who would get the first down and more, nearly the touchdown, but gets the ball close enough to set up for the final score. Calling the timeout, and here's the play that's set up for the final part of the half. Ashante Worthy running it in for a 2-yard touchdown. And we will get started here with the start of our second half. A wobbler thrown by Riddick. That one will bounce and picked up. Loose ball. Ball's fumbled. Loose ball. Number three trying to keep it. He holds on to it. Will not be able to run it. And Riddick with a smart gambit there. Ricky Robinson, the one who returned that for the Vikings, and found himself quickly stumbling and mumbling and somewhat fumbling, but keeps the ball for the Vikings. And we talked about at the end of the first half how the Vikings have some momentum left, could turn things out. Let's take a look at this bounce again. Off the hand, not picking it up with both hands, immediately swarmed by opposing defenders. The Jamaican Rocket helping with the stop of that one, along with Kason Campbell and Matt Riddick. And we'll see 3 on the line offensively, and we see Herschel on the defensive end for the playing DT. The old man making him an interesting line here. We got Herschel and Casey Fennessy. Herschel playing the inside DT, and you see Fennessy on the right-hand side, and you see him right there, Cam Boogie. Here's the snap, and there's the handoff, and already the Juice Man in trouble. The Juice Man gets caught, held, and will be stopped of forward progress at the 30. And it will be second down, and the Juice Man wearing that mouth guard that looks like a pacifier, much like a baby not giving up their favorite toy. The Juice Man was unwilling to concede the ball. Let's take a look again on the replay. Automatic pressure from that defensive line, and trying to make something happen here. Fennessy helping in on the stop. And the thing about that confuses me on these runs, I guess they don't want to telegraph it by adding more to the line, but not being able to turn it around. It will be 2nd and 5, a 5-yard gain on that run from the Juice Man. Play action, and Cam Boogie will just let it go, and a flag on the play. Boogie in trouble. Boogie sliding, slipping defenders, but not able to do anything. And as we said, a flag on the play. We got to wonder if, and it is on the BIC, and it looks like it is an offsides call. So a free play there for Cam Boogie and the Vikings. And it looks to be it will be a 1st down. Let's take a look here at the play. Boogie automatically pulling it off the option. Slips, slides, evades one defender, tried to get past another one, and then wrapping up. And Casey Fennessy just following him. Following Cam Boogie around like it's nobody's business. Might have a TRO put on him. And we see the big man, Mazur, on the offensive line. Pardon me. We'll check in, and we saw him with a big reception earlier. 4 on the line again, looking at the pressure and the play action again. Here comes the BIC, the reception with room and space. What a play! What? Hitting the B button! What a play there by the Vikings! Number 6, Shell Shock, leaving the BIC defense like they were in World War I in no man's land. An opportunity there completely seized upon by Shell Shock. Look at this here. Gets the 1st down, slips through one tackler, makes him spin himself. Another B button move by Shell Shock. Slips, slides, and if he would have broken that tackler, he might have gotten 5 to 10 more yards on that play. What a play there from number 6, Shell Shock. 1st and 10, and here's the handoff to the Juice Man. Mazur with the lead block. Mazur leading things up, and the Juice Man making pulp of the BIC defense on a 2nd straight play. A huge run and a 1st down, moving the chains. The Vikings have woken up. 19 yards on that play. Cam Boogie talking with the Juice Man. Let's take a look at this replay again. Jermaine Whittington off that handoff, and Mazur used as a cow catcher, just leading the way on that defender, and it will be 1st and 10. Checking in is the wide receiver number 3. I believe that's Prime, Ricky Robinson. 3-man line again, and now you see Matt Riddick on defense playing the defensive end. Trying to utilize some of that speed, maybe deter some things. Juice with 7 rushes for 52 yards, and Cam Boogie automatically in trouble. Here comes Riddick, and they will finally stifle Boogie and this Vikings offense. And the offensive line falling apart like a poorly orchestrated economy. And immediately off the play, it looked like it was a QB keeper, and Riddick right there just spying the quarterback on the rush. What a play there by the BIC defense after getting caught with their pants down twice. 11:16 left to go in the 3rd quarter. First drive of the 3rd quarter. Cam Boogie and Whittington, the Juice Man, in control in the huddle. Whittington, the Juice Man, will be set out wide. And the ball placed around the 35-yard line. And Mazur will set up as a eligible receiver. Limiting the line. And we see the big man, number 45, lining up at halfback. Whittington in motion. And the big man, number 45, gets the ball, sees a crack of daylight, plows on through, the big man out of bounds, but finds an open seam and runs right through it. Moon over Asbury. A big play there by number 45, finding the ball and just finding every opportunity to try to get into the end zone. Not able to get the score, but cracking open the defense was Christopher Leslie Sr., whose entire bio is just 3 muscle arm emojis, so you know he's all about strength and precision. And with 9:47 left to go, 26-8 your score. And 9:38 now. First and goal. Joining us here on Fight. And you see number 24 set up, looking for a lot of pressure here off the defense, trying to stifle. That's Shamar Hewlett. Hewlett will give chases Cam Boogie, running through, and Cam Boogie with the touchdown! Cam Boogie slips, slides, makes it into the end zone, and Cam Boogie using his legs, getting into the end zone, and it's 26-14. Here's the replay if you missed it. Running over, running straight through Cam Boogie. Running in, running out, and getting into the end zone. A great play by the Vikings, making this a two-score game. It is 26-14. We see here again, as the weather starts to get a little cold here in Asbury Park, you can feel a chill in the air if you're the BIC defense. Going for two will be Cam Boogie and the BIC. In trouble off the rip. Here comes Fennessy. Fennessy slipped. Not able to get the tackle. Tipped up and caught. Hit with the catch. Tipped up in the air and not swatted down. Number 26 is going to owe some push-ups on that one, because now it is 26-16. A 10-point game. Let's take a look on the replay. Fennessy missing his assignment. Unable to get Cam. And then the beautiful throw. Tipped up into the air. Not swatted down. Not followed through by any member of the BIC defense, and then hit number 45, cracking through again the same way he did earlier in the drive, and getting his chance to get on the scoreboard and converting for the first time today, the Vikings in a two-point conversion, and it's 26-16. Matt Ryan here joining you live on Fight. Watching us however you're watching us, whether it's on your phone, your TV, your device, or if you've somehow found us into your brains. If the satellite signal is bouncing into your brains, either way, we're glad you're joining us here today, live on Fight. 4 rushes, 71 yards, 1 touchdown for Boogie, and we see Ashante Worthy will be returning it here. They're bringing out the big guns, 5 for 14, 103 yards so far today for Cam Boogie. Ashante Worthy, probably the most dangerous returner in the A7FL, will receive this ball here. The ball has to go 40 yards and stay in bounds. If not, it's a world of trouble. This ball up, kind of saucers and into the hands around the 15-yard line of Ashante Worthy. Worthy gets through 2 defenders, but number 3, Prime, stopping him. Freeman was giving chase, but it will be a first down for the BIC, and showing respect here is Ashante Worthy. Take a look on the replay there. Caught on the fly, great catch. Worthy holding on to the ball, doing everything he needed to. Tried to cut inside, lost himself in the turf, and Prime getting a stop there. Smothered and covered Waffle House style was Ashante Worthy on that return. With 9:09 left to go in the third, a tenuous 10-point lead for the BIC. If you're joining us, I'm Matt Ryan. This is live on Fight, the A7FL Elite 8. It is win or go home for both of these teams. If they lock out with a loss today, what will happen? They will go home and they will do what you guys are doing. Watch the remainder of the season on Fight TV. Codrington, 3 of 7, 38 yards, but on the ground, 9 rushes of 162 yards and a touchdown. Codrington has 3 wide receivers. It's Ashante Worthy, Matt Riddick, and Kason Campbell set up to his left. Three-man line, 4-person rush coming from the Vikings. 8:20 left to go. Two defenders straight down Codrington. And we will hear a whistle. And it looks like it was a false start. And Riddick having some polite conversation with the Juice Man and our officials. And it looks like we will reset here. And it looks like it was on the offense. And it will be a loss of 5. And talking it over with Ken Stansberry, one of the captains of the team, is our lead official. And looking for an opportunity here is the BIC to break this game open and get the lead back over 10. Try to make this a 16-point game, 26-16 your score, with 8:11 left to go in the third quarter. And a shot in the final 4 on the line. Courage Mosey, speaking of lines, will be on the offensive line and consider himself an eligible receiver. 3 on the line, 3 wide receivers. Worthy, Riddick, and Kason Campbell. Campbell in the slot. Worthy set up a few yards behind Campbell. And the snap by Codrington. There's the screen to Ashante Worthy. Ashante Worthy will get the first down and more. Number 33 taking a hard hit on that one. And it will be first down. And take a look again on the screen. A great job there by Ashante Worthy. Pressing forward, pushing ahead, and keeping things close and contentious. Trying to blow out this game, trying to break open this defense, much like I do a piñata at any gathering I go to. I just bring a piñata with me. I don't even care if it's a kid's party or not. I like free candy. And if you tell me you're paying for the piñata and the candy, it's the principle of the thing. It's just the symbol of the thing. And there's we see again that throw and that reception from Ashante Worthy, getting the first down and then some with 7:19 left to go. And it will be first down. Looking for an opportunity here are the BIC. 7:07 left to go. And it will be 1st and 10 for Codrington. 3 wide receivers set, 3 on the line. Codrington alone in the backfield. The snap, not a lot of time. The throw to Kason Campbell. Campbell gets the reception and then some. Pressing downfield, Kason Campbell goes straight to the house. Hands held high emoji on the jersey. Hands held high on the sideline. Kason Campbell putting one on the board, making it 32-16, a 55-yard reception for Campbell. Let's see again, rolling out to his right, throwing over his body, throwing across his body was Sterry Codrington, and right there high-stepping, a little bit of help from Ashante Worthy. He'll be the goose to his wingman, and he'll get it into the end zone. Touchdown BIC when it counted. Sterry Codrington found the 3rd member of this triumvirate on offense, and that is Kason Campbell. Campbell having a big game here today. And a 55-yard pass play. Codrington was 4 of 9 for 53 yards. That will get him over 100 yards on the day receiving and rushing. And they will only go for 1 here. 2 catches, 63 yards for Campbell. A good day at the office for Campbell, who usually doesn't get featured this much. And folks, in a situation like that, if I'm a Baltimore fan, I'm looking at this and I'm like, I need something to soothe me. I need something to make me feel a little bit better. And you know what I reach for? I reach for the BioHemp Plus. You want to head on over to biohempplus.com right now. Use the promo code A7FL. Get 20% off your first order. That's BioHemp Plus. It's for you and your pets. Treat yourself with BioHemp Plus. Riddick in motion. And the quick snap, the throw to Riddick. Riddick might go for the behind the back again. Go for that on a 3rd straight multi-point attempt. Riddick getting pants. This ball comes loose. That goes to Courage Mosey, and Mosey will just get sent back to the 40. And breaking down like every relationship I've ever had. Good intentions, fun times, but a lot of sadness and shame. And Steve telling me in my ear why it had happened, and it is very true. I can't say it on the air, but he's not wrong. 32-16 your score, though. Let's see on the replay. The toss to Riddick. 92 with a ripped-up jersey and ripped-up dreams, much like my relationships. And getting pantsed is Riddick, getting his shorts torn asunder. And then Courage Mosley just trying to keep up appearances. Nothing doing there. And after this one, he's just going to be drinking by himself at a bar, reading a book, and wondering where did life go wrong. But the BIC are still up 32-16 with 6.5 left to go in the third quarter. So there's still a lot of football here left. There's still a lot of time. There's still a lot of opportunity for both of these teams to assert themselves. We've seen a lot of back and forth, a lot of ping-ponging here from both teams. The Vikings have been able to break open a few plays and really create some space, but then that BIC offense, just so many weapons, so many tools, so many things. And as we get ready for the A7FL championship and the A7FL playoffs, big scores, they lead to big wins, which lead to the ultimate glory, the A7FL title. Get yourself championship ready by heading to herfjones.com. Herf Jones, champion has a ring to it. We get ready for the 3-on-1. I'm Matt Ryan, joining you live from Asbury Park, New Jersey. And 4 for 9, 55 yards off the TD, 108 yards for Sterry Codrington, throwing 162 yards. So over 270 all-purpose yards for Codrington. And here comes the Juice Man, looking to create something here, looking to get on the scoreboard on the 3-on-1. The most exciting play in football. Runs along the sideline, will make some great movement, but will not get to the end zone, only gets to about the 45. Jermaine Whittington, the Juice Man, with the return there, and it will be 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Take a look again on the replay. Great evasion here against the defenders, but keeps pulling them to his right, giving himself no space to run, no room to go. That's why the 3-on-1 is the most exciting and one of the toughest plays in football, because you had that space cut down on you from the 35 yards, just taken away from you, a whole chunk taken away of you from the field. You've got a big cross section there from one end zone to the other. You lose that from the hash mark to the end zone, and it takes that away. And but that's the price you pay here in the A7FL. You get the most exciting play, but that defense, they need to have a chance, and they showed out here today on that return. 1st and 10 after my rambling, 6:17 left to go on the clock. Hit will cover for the Juice Man. The Juice Man will make a decent run, and he maintains possession of the ball. Be second after a gain of about 3. And Hit, who we saw show up and show out for the Vikings on that last drive, needed to create some space. And it will be 2nd down. As we take a look at Jermaine Whittington, 4 returns for 97 yards so far. And the handoff, play action. And Fennessy almost got him. Cam Boogie throws this one deep and almost intercepted. A wobbler that was intended for Tony Toe Tap. Not able to get that one. And falling right into his hands, and you can see it off screen, the push-ups. Fennessy coming right at him, threw Boogie off his rhythm, wasn't able to set up, threw this one very short, almost into the hands of number 3 of the BIC. That was Abdul Shabazz on that play. Shabazz nearly getting the first INT of the game for the BIC, not able to turn that one around, but it will be 3rd and 5, and the pressure is mounting here for the Vikings with 4:47. We've got Hit set up alongside Cam Boogie, the Juice Man. And then you see in the hoodie, Tony Toe Tap. Play action, Fennessy again, and Tony Toe Tap with space, gets the ball knocked out by Shabazz. The one-on-one there. What a play, and Tony Toe Tap is down. He's not hurt, but his pride sure is. Let's see here. The pressure again from Fennessy. That deep ball on the one-on-one, and just out of his hands, inches, millimeters, centimeters away from a touchdown reception. That's got to be disheartening. 2 straight plays, they go all or nothing, and now it is 4th and 5. With time winding down in the 3rd, and Cam Boogie needs to pull something out. And trying to count in the huddle, and number 6 will make his way downtown. And it looks like he will walk back to the bench with not a lot of time in this quarter to really slow things down. And on 4th and 5, you've got to live your life as insane as you've got to play it, you know, tchotchkes to the wall, as it were. And we will have hit set up alongside. We've got Mazur setting himself up as an eligible receiver. Watch for the big man. The play action again. Fennessy, third straight play where he comes right after him. Cam Boogie will get the first down and more. He gets through the defender, cuts through another one, but Fennessy giving chase along with another player. First down and then some. Cam Boogie will get the first down and keep the Vikings alive here in the third. Let's take a look on the replay. Fennessy screwing up somebody's money from what it sounds like downstairs, running straight through. Great shot here by Jared Wright, our man on the field, getting right up in there and making sure we see what exactly is going on. Shout out to Jared. He's one of those guys that's been shooting a lot of the great footage for us this year across social media, getting inside the play there, giving us a perspective from the field. And the handoff to hit, the big man rolling downfield, the big man powering through, will get to the 5, will not give me le grand touchdown, but cracking through again is hit. What a play here from the big fullback. Runs right through, finds the seam. Offensive line not really there for him. A sea of white jerseys, but this big purple people eater making his way through and getting the first down. It's 1st and goal. Ball placed on the 7-yard line. Casey Fennessy, 9 tackles so much on the day with 1 sack. And Casey Fennessy has been in Cam Boogie's face this entire drive, but through it all, through the pressure of this BIC defense, the Vikings have really been impressive in terms of keeping the ball, matriculating it. And here's the Juice Man. The Juice Man will move downfield and get the ball closer to the end zone. We'll get it to about the 2, and it will be 2nd down. And holding his shoulder there is 22. Looks like he got a little banged up on that play. And that was a 22-yard rush on the last play for hit. And not waving that off, he is not going to the sideline. He is going to muscle through this one. Tony toe tap back in the game for the Vikings. Let's take a look again on the replay. Has that seam from Mazur, but decides to run into the defender. Saw Baby ST, number 21 of the BIC defense, did not want to cut through. 2nd and goal, ball in the 2. And there's the handoff again, pushing through the pile. Touchdown, Vikings! The Vikings rush on through. And number 22, Jermaine Whittington, making it count when it needs to. Getting on the board, making this a 10-point game. Maybe a single score game if they pull off the 2-point conversion. And a beautiful run here. Just quick like a bullet out of a gun. And it will be a 2-point conversion. The ball set on the 10-yard line. Mazur will consider himself an eligible receiver, will designate himself as such. Tony toe tap at the bottom of your screen. You see the Juice Man wide open. Here comes the pressure. Tony toe tap with the space and positioning. Catches it in his hip pocket and makes this an 8-point game. We've got ourselves a football game, ladies and gentlemen. A 1-score game with 41 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. And that only means one thing. We've got a lot of football left here in Asbury Park. And we see here again on the replay, that throw right there, Tony toe tap, using the tips of his toes to extend himself enough, and then a sachet away, Tony toe tap, making the touchdown, doing the Freddie Mercury pose, showing off and showing out here with 41 seconds left to go in the 3rd in a 8-point contest. And it will be Ashanti Worthy receiving the 3-on-1 throw off. Worthy so far today, 2 returns for 30 yards, 19 on his last. Gotta wonder if this is the one that he breaks off. Baltimore's been doing a good job so far today of holding Ashanti Worthy down. He has not on either the returns or as a receiver really gotten some big plays off. It's primarily been Kason Campbell. We've seen some great plays from Matt Riddick, but so far, not from Ashante Worthy. And it will be the 3-on-1 here. And Worthy will receive the ball around the 20-yard line. Worthy trying to get past the defenders, and he does! Worthy stays upright, but on the jersey pull, looking for a flag. There will be none, and it will be first down. 41 seconds left to go. And some people in the crowd are yelling out that was a horse collar. I'm inclined to agree. And here we see Sterry Codrington so far today. 5 of 10, 108 yards, 1 touchdown passing, 7 carries for 162 yards. So over 270 purpose yards and 2 touchdowns for Sterry Codrington, continuing to make a case for why he should be Rookie of the Year here in the A7FL. And if you have anybody else, let me know on Twitter at MRyan Consulting. That's MRyan Consulting. Let me know if you see anybody else in the A7FL who deserves to hold that Rookie of the Year honor, aside from the man under center right now for the BIC. We see Ashante Worthy. We see Coach Mosey in the game now for the BIC. We see the Vikings defense and special teams have been keeping Ashante Worthy in line here today. They are not letting Ashante Worthy beat them here today. Sterry Codrington is doing a great job, and that's what's kept them in the game so far, is minimizing the effort and output of Ashante Worthy. And there's the handoff to number 7, the big man. Moving on through and getting that's Mofo Jones getting to about the 50, making it 2nd down, and that will be the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll be back. It's 32-24, the BIC with the lead in the ball. This is the A7FL on Fight.
And the A7FL is entering its 7th season. We have over 20 teams, distribution through Twitch, Facebook Watch, and now Fight and Wave TV, with over 600,000 diehard football fans that follow us on social media.
And our unique brand of football, combined with the NFL's huge problem with CTE, has led to amazing media coverage since the very start. Now we're raising money to build A7FL into a true national sports league. We're creating our own version of America's most popular sport, and we need your help. Invest now so we can reinvent football, the game we all love, together.
And the A7FL is entering.
And we are live here in Asbury Park, New Jersey. It is the start of the 4th quarter. You see Cam Boogie and you see Ricardo Freeman back in the game. Look at two running backs way deep here. An interesting formation set up by Cam Boogie. 32-24 your score. What is going on here? Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's the BIC with the ball to start the 4th quarter. I confused myself. I'm a stupid baby. 32-24, and there's the handoff to Courage Mosey. Mosey tries to blast through Ricardo Freeman, but the Wolverine not letting that juggernaut of the A7FL through, and it will be third down and about 5 for Mosey. And a big opportunity there by the BIC offense, blown up by Ricardo Freeman. But getting the clock started, keeping time, and that's the thing. They might have set up that run to ensure that time kept going, got the clock moving, and that's less time for the Vikings to have the ball because the BIC feel like they can score at will at any given point. And that's the situation that the Vikings need to mitigate. They've already done that by isolating Ashante Worthy and keeping this a competitive game. And a whistle blown, and it looks like a timeout called by the Vikings, and that one The first timeout of the fourth quarter and of the second half, and the Vikings maybe wasting a timeout here on third down, just under a minute gone by, 55 seconds into the quarter. And you know what? In a one-score game, in an 8-point game like this, you really don't want to burn a timeout like that as time winds down, and they've been burning through clock this entire game. We're over 2 hours into this one, but it has moved really quick for both sides. That timeout might have been a huge turning point for both of these teams. It allowed for the BIC to reset, but as we get deeper into this game, every single one of those timeouts matter. 3 wide receivers set. Ashanti Worthy at the top of your screen. Breaks down. Codrington in trouble. Codrington finds his way out of the tackle, gets the first down, and is brought down at the 40, showing out with the double bicep pose. And let's see on the replay again. 92 giving chase. Codrington spinning his way out of it, pushing through the pile, and Ricardo Freeman helping with the tackle. But what a first down play, not what the Vikings wanted. Not only did they not want them to get the first down, they didn't want them to burn through that much clock on a broken play. They were aiming for the sack, they were aiming for the tackle, they weren't able to do it, and then all of that compounded with another first down for Codrington on the run here. 8 yards on that rush. 2 rushes so far today for Courage Mosey, -2 yards. Codrington adding, though, another 8 yards, 278 total yards today from Sterry Codrington, and that's rushing and passing. 2 wide receivers set, 2 running backs set. Kason Campbell at the top of your screen, Matt Riddick at the bottom of your screen. 2-person line, but Mosey will stay as a fullback. Ball's thrown up, caught by Ashanti Worthy. Worthy waiting, demanding someone come and get him, dancing at the 5-yard line. He's just milly rocking at the 5, lightly jogs, spins around. What is he doing? Ashanti Worthy disrespecting the entire city of Baltimore. I think the Domino Sugar statue is crying right now. This is just insanity, and then finally getting into the end zone, burning 45 seconds, 41 yards, and so much time on the touchdown. Ashanti Worthy was waiting to do that all game, and when it mattered most, broke the back and the soul of Baltimore like Mayflower moving trucks coming in and ruining everything. Worthy just on the 1-yard line, playing back and forth, and that counted as a touchdown. There was no whistle. There was no penalty. It was just a man beating the soul out of an entire defense on one play. Codrington on the throw, and I don't know if that's a stat, but souls taken, is that like a metric we can get on? John at the stats desk, figure out if we can do a metric for souls taken in a game, because my goodness, that was just mean. That was the most disrespectful thing I think I've seen in my years calling the A7FL. That was... Can we see it again? Are we able to see that again? He insulted the entire city of Baltimore and burned clock. After this, if we're able to see that replay, I want to break this down, because that was some hater of the year stuff. That's some Silky Johnson calling out the drug dealers in his building because they were making too much money. That's some hater of the year level stuff. And on the 1-point conversion, they will not get it, but they earned so much more. It's 38-24, and let's take a look at this replay. We're just going to watch the entire replay. Worthy calling for the Vikings defense to come after him, dancing on the 6-yard line, Riddick there with him just in case a fight breaks out. One defender, number 92, comes in and tries to create a problem, and then right there, Worthy is just trying to just ruin every single soul. That's one soul ruined on the defense so far. And then there's the second one, looked like he tried to shoulder check him like he was playing in an NHL game, but Ashanti Worthy ruining about 4 souls. I'd say about 4 souls ruined on that one. And we are getting ready for the 3-on-1. I'm Matt Ryan. You see at the bottom of your screen, it's 38-14. But so much more was just scored by the BIC there. That was a Patterson U level of disrespect on that play by Ashante Worthy. If that's not the MVP highlight of the year, I don't know what is. And there's Corey CP3 Price, who was in the game on that 2-point conversion attempt, not able to make it, 1-point conversion. And a big statement by the Trenton BIC. If the Vikings take down Codrington in that sequence, this is an entirely different game. If they were able to take out Sterry Codrington, and there we see Ashante Worthy, the man who just completely broke the hearts of Baltimore worse than an Irsay did. It's impressive. Like, that's insane. There's no other way to just say that was mean. That was the meanest thing I've seen on a football field, and I am a Raider fan. That is just astonishing. And Ashante Worthy on the field now. And on the throw off, it is Prime, I believe. And it will be first down. And if you want to feel like Ashante Worthy does every single week, then you got to invest in the future of football. How do you invest in the future of football? Get in on the ground floor. Imagine if you got in for the UFC, the NBA, the NFL. You could be the next Mark Cuban. All you got to do is head on over to a7fl.com/invest. That's a7fl.com/invest. Be my boss. Invest in the A7FL right now. 1st and 10, 38-24. Your score, the Vikings in a world of trouble. They don't know where they're going, but they know where they've been. It is a long road ahead of them, and the time ticking down here in Asbury Park, New Jersey, starting to feel like an early Springsteen album, a mix of joy, pain, confusion, and an odd urge to ride a motorcycle. That's the energy here today in Asbury Park, and it's darkness on the edge of town for the Vikings as they need to get on the board here. They're down 14 with 11.5 minutes remaining. It'll be 1st and 10. The Juice Man will get the ball on the handoff, and the Juice Man breaking it wide open and breaking the tackler. The Juice Man will not stand for disrespect. He will slip, he will slide, he will grind his way to the 2-yard line. What a counterpunch. That right there was the shot they needed to keep themselves in this game. Let's take a look again on the replay. Running right downfield, coming right at his chin, feeling like feeling disrespected more than Nate Diaz tried to disrespect Leon Edwards last night in the octagon. Breaking off 57 yards was Whitaker. It's go big or go home. Literally, if the Baltimore Vikings lose this game, they have to take that long ride down I-95 wondering why, how did this happen? And standing up and fighting today. The screen to throw, touchdown! The Vikings getting on the board and getting this back to be a close game. Will get on the 30, making an 8-point game, but a flag on the field, and this one will come back. Let's take a look at the replay. And a beautiful throw and catch just off the ball. That one going to number 6 on the reception. And just when you think the Vikings are down and out, they show that they are fighters, throwing that right hook and just landing it right in there. It's a big moment right here for the Vikings, who have to answer back, having a significant amount of yardage taken away from them on that touchdown. They will be taken to the 9-yard line. That is where the ball will be placed on a redo of 1st down. Waiting for the call. 4 plays, 44 yards. 4 penalties for 44 yards for the Vikings here today. And the BIC, they've got to be frustrated right now. And walking all the way back. This is a huge penalty. And as soon as we find out what the call is, we will verify what just happened. And it will be second down. It'll be 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal. And the ball is on the 38. And the throw by Cam Boogie. Tony Toe Tap makes the catch and gets the ball back to the 2. What in the world was that? 2 men down. It was an illegal participation penalty. So that sent them back 30 yards, and we've got players down. Tony Toe Tap looks hurt, and so does another player from the BIC. Let's take a look at the replay here. And we'll see the Cam Boogie throwing a beautiful ball and then just getting caught. He might have just got caught in the head there. And immediately checking on him is number 26, the Vikings. As they check on Tony Toe Tap, he will be carried off the field. What a play. And Tony Toe Tap will be taken off the field. A warrior, a legend of the A7FL in Baltimore, making a legendary play, going out on his shield in the biggest game of the year for this team, going stride for stride with the second best offense in the A7FL, finding the counter punch nearly every single time. And Tony Toe Tap will try to walk under his own power. It looks like he might have hurt his hamstring on that play. And he will try to get himself together as it is 24-38 with 10:08 left to go. Let's take a look again at this play. A beautiful throw by Cam. And just right there, right in the pocket. And you can see that landing right there. Oh, that could have been it. The landing on the ankle. He planted on the turf. And losing a player like that right now after one of the craziest plays in a game where someone danced on the 2-yard line for 45 seconds. The handoff to the Juice Man, and they will get into the end zone for the touchdown. Let's see if that didn't count. Trying to see if that counted as a touchdown. The Juice Man pointing at his jersey. There's a lot of will they, won't they. And that will count as a touchdown. The Juice Man will get on the board and make this an 8-point game. I think the BIC just conceded that play and said, we'll get the ball back. And a beautiful run there, getting those defensive tackles to not know which way to go. And OJ, the Juice Man, just elated on that. A 59-yard drive to make this a 1-possession game. We'll go for 2 here to make this a 6-point game. And now it is incumbent on the BIC defense to get a stop here and open up the lanes for Ashanti Worthy to get another touchdown, or maybe going to Sterry Codrington, a 60-yard drive, by the Vikings. Losing a ton of yards on an illegal participation penalty and going right back and driving downfield. You got to wonder if that penalty, rolling out to his right, Cam Boogie throws this one up, swatted, almost caught, and making it so close to a 6-point game, just out of the hands of Prime. And it will be an opportunity now for the BIC to shut the door on this one with 10 minutes left to go and an 8-point lead. It is a 1-possession game. It is anyone's game. This is what the A7FL playoffs are all about. Close and contentious competition. We look again, rolling out to his right, that ball popping up into the air, swatted down, almost swatted down in the hands of number 3, losing it off of his wrist. That ball popped up right off of his wrists and wasn't able to bring it in. And you can see the dejection of number 3 as it is 38-30 with 10:01 left to go in the 4th quarter. And next week, folks, on Fight, we've got the Final 4. Who will be making it to the Final Four, who will be walking out of Maryland with their chance to face the Patterson U, maybe the Vikings or the Trenton BIC. We will have the Final Four for you live on Fight with live coverage, 2 games beginning at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. That's 1:30 p.m. Eastern on Fight. If you've not signed up for the Fight Road to the Championship package yet, you can go to fight.tv, click the football button, or on your Fight app, click the A7FL button. For more information, as always, go to A7FL.com. That's the A7FL Road to the Championship package, brought to you by Fight. In 2 weeks. We'll be off next week for Father's Day. Shout out to all the fathers out there who will be celebrating. I do not observe the holiday. And running right through Ashanti Worthy. Pardon me, that wasn't Ashanti Worthy. That was number 21 making his way downtown. A big run there. And that was Zackees Wright. Zackees Wright with the run. And you see number 3, Prime. He might have gotten the wind knocked out of him. Here's Wright just moving right downfield. Takes it, gets caught right there. Stopped by Prime and number 30, Ricardo Freeman. And it looks like Prime might have gotten the wind knocked out of him. Could have injured his shoulder on that play. And with 10:01 left to go, your score 38-30. And Prime will walking down, and the Patterson U that are in attendance are sitting right under us here in the broadcast, right under the broadcast booth, and making sure that the BIC know that they need to score. And Prime will be carried off the field by his teammates. Another member of the Baltimore Vikings giving everything he's got to try to minimize this BIC return team, this BIC defense. And so far, it has been rough sledding for the Vikings here. They're down 8. There's a lot of football left. They have a shot to knock down the BIC and score the upset. A lot of people from Baltimore may not consider it an upset, but if you've been watching the BIC all season long, them losing last week to the U might have been a wake-up call. Codrington with 3 wide receivers. You've got Ashanti Worthy, and then you've got Riddick in the slot, joined by, and there's a snap, rolling out to his right, looking for an option. Codrington will run. Sterry Codrington will get to the 49 and taken out of play. Kason Campbell was the other wide receiver on that play. Campbell, Worthy, and Riddick have been the triumvirate for this offense. Let's take a look again on the replay. Rolling out to his right and just immediately making and breaking for daylight, seeing the defender and getting out of dodge when he needed to. Under 9 minutes now left to go. And looking, and we hopefully will have some scores from Baltimore for you in a moment. 14 yards for Codrington on the rush. 35-yard return for Zackees Wright. Corey Price back in the game now. He'll join Riddick and Ashanti Worthy, along with Codrington and Kason Campbell. Interesting to see CP3 on the field. Haven't seen much of him. He ran off the field on that play, but advising we might see CP3 behind center at some point today. But he has passed the baton to the rookie. Worthy in motion. The snap, and now Codrington. Codrington with a ton of time. Met by, Ricardo Freeman. And then breaking it down. Codrington had time, and the Wolverine just found him. Codrington trying to run upfield, sweeping through 2 Baltimore defenders and eating turf. And you see Codrington there. Tried to cut through his defender, like right in the middle of his defender, and number 30, Freeman, but Freeman getting the sack. Freeman bringing that Joe Budden energy. I am going to stop you. I am going to break you. I am the Osiris of this. And making sure that nothing happened there on that play. It'll be 2nd and 14 here in the 4th quarter. Live from Asbury Park, New Jersey. Codrington conferring with Ashanti Worthy. Kason Campbell and Matt Riddick joining them again. We got Courage Mosey on the offensive line. Worthy in motion once again. Codrington in trouble. Throws a wobbler to Kason Campbell. Campbell will shift around. He'll sweep. He'll do a variation of a jet sweep. Will lose yards, and it will be 3rd down. And a loss of another 2 there, getting rid of any of the positive momentum on that pass. That's a weird call there by this BIC offense. Gained all the yards they lost on that sack. And then for whatever reason, Kason Campbell tried to sweep around and then immediately got met by literally half of the Vikings defense. We see Codrington in the huddle. Mosey back on the line. Riddick, Kason Campbell, and Ashanti Worthy, the wide receivers. And we'll have Campbell at the top of your screen, Worthy in the slot. Riddick set out right. And there's the throw to Ashanti Worthy. Worthy gets past one defender, cuts through upfield, breaks another defender, slips through, ball comes loose, picked up by the Vikings. Such hubris by the BIC, tried to do a U-style lateral, and they literally cough up the ball as I cough on the air. The Baltimore Vikings down 8 with 6:05 left to go. The momentum, much like a pendulum, swinging back the other way, much like Stephen Carr said in the 90s. And with 6:05 left to go, that's not a TBS number, that's the time left in the game. The Vikings have a shot, and the BIC may have cost themselves the A7FL championship. The momentum of this game continuing, and this is a final from Baltimore. The Cobras have won. I'm telling you the honest score because we just got it. The Cobras, we'll get you the score in just a second because I have to make sure that that's right, because the number I just got is an astronomical number. Like, as astonished as I am by that play just now, by the BIC giving up the ball, and it looks like there might be a challenge on the field to see if that ball was out of play or he was out of bounds. Worthy could have been out of bounds there. And his knee is down, but I can't see if the ball was out on that. We're trying to see what happened on that play. Worthy, and we're trying to see if he stayed in bounds. Oh, and his ball, he touches the line, and let's see if the ball comes out. And here we see Worthy. Ball still there, ball still there, ball is out, but that knee is on the ground. It is hard to determine whether or not that ball came out. Let's see again here. Worthy keeping the pressure, trying to see if this was a turnover or not. And then the ball just rolls on through. And we're seeing again here. You're watching the replay monitor right now as this play is reviewed by A7FL officials, trying to see what exactly happened. The ball is out when he has his hand on it when his knee touches the ground. The BIC will keep the ball. It has been ruled down by contact. What a play. And it will be 1st and 10. Ball on the 33-yard line. 32-yard line, pardon me. And the BIC keep the ball, and that has to break the hearts of Baltimore Vikings players and fans right now. Kason Campbell in motion, the handoff. And the big man, number 7, trying to ladder on through, will get stopped. We will have the Final Four 2 Sundays from now, and here's the opportunity on 2nd and 11 for Codrington. Codrington in trouble, will throw sidearm, and caught! 1st down, looking to make sure that they are not returning to Asbury Park in 2 weeks. Codrington rolls out to his left, looking to stay alive here in the playoffs. The ball is thrown, tipped up, and caught. No, bounced around and incomplete. Kason Campbell Tempting fate again, batting that ball in the air, nearly intercepted by number 9, Lamonte Quick, the sleeper. And we see here again Codrington launching this one in the air, ball up, Campbell trying to one-hand it, then tips it up, trying to bounce it into the hands of his teammate, Mofo Jones, but Mofo Jones not calling, not picking up the phone, not picking up the ball, and it will be second down. 4 catches for 95 yards so far for Ashanti Worthy. 1 touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown on 1 yard, 3 returns for 51 yards. 5 catches, pardon me, for 108 yards for Ashanti Worthy. 2nd and 10. Worthy set out wide to the top of your screen. Codrington with time will run it, throws it, a bubbler. That one looked like it got swatted. If not, some sort of fly came in, hit the ball, and changed its trajectory. Ball placed on the 20-yard line. The BIC need to cross the threshold one more time to shut the door on the Vikings, who have pillaged here today and played some of the best football we've seen all season. Codrington so far today has been 9 of 15 for 171 yards. Looking for the opportunity is Codrington with 2:22 left to go. 3-man line, 2-person rush. And there's the quick screen to Ashanti Worthy. Worthy keeps standing, keeps moving, and will be taken out of bounds. And the snap. Looking for the opportunity is Codrington. Codrington runs upfield, has space, gets the first down and more, and will get taken down at the 5, but more importantly, he stays in bounds, and it will be first down, and it will be 1st and goal under a minute left to play. The Vikings have 1 timeout. They are down 8. They need to be smart here. They need to pressure Worthy, and they need to pressure to the sideline. The ball's up, intercepted! The Vikings intercept the ball at the 3-yard line with 43 seconds left to go. The pendulum has swung again. I love this job. Tony Toe Tap back in the game. The quick screen over to the Juice Man. The Juice Man will get to the 10. He's seemingly in bounds. Oh, we've got an injury on the field. It's Casey Fennessy. He is down and he is hurt. So the clock will stop, and it looks like the Juice Man is also hurt. Cam Boogie snaps. Rolls out to his left. Boogie running downfield. Has some room on the sideline. Jumps out of play. First down, 26 seconds left. Holding on to that timeout. And the BIC defense got a wondering. 1 timeout left to go, 26 seconds, a 1st and 10. They are not huddling. They are just going to freestyle this like a dance hall in the 90s. I am waiting to see what they pull off next. And the first, and there's a reception, the first down and more, the Juice Man. The Juice Man staying alive. The Juice Man at the 50 and gets out of bounds. Goes across field. Cuts across the field and finds a way to get down and then out of play. I may have jinxed the BIC with that call earlier, but the Juice Man, with 1 timeout, cognizant of everything on the field, found his way across to the other side, stopped the clock, and got the first down. Ball is on the 45-yard line in BIC territory. In the regular season it was. We got to find out here in the playoffs. Cam Boogie takes off with 15 seconds left to go. The lateral and gets out of bounds. It is, and the toss to Prime, someone on the BIC sideline looking for a flag. It is not over until the final whistle blows here in the A7FL. And Cam Boogie running upfield, getting past the 40, throws it behind his back. It is a lateral, will lose some yards, but will not burn clock and not waste that last time out. 11 seconds left to go. 2nd and 6. Cam Boogie, there at the bottom, there behind center. 2 wide receivers, Prime at the bottom of your screen, the Juice Man up top. Boogie again, in trouble. There's a flag on the play, though. The play will be blown dead. Ball is knocked loose, and it's come up with the Vikings. Will come up with the ball, but there is a flag, and it looks like the clock will reset. You have seen it all here today. Special teams, over-the-top plays. This is what we're doing. This is what the A7FL playoffs are about. And also, we've got a few more weeks of this. Father's Day, we take a break. But when we come back for the Final Four, expect more of this from the top teams in the A7FL. Last game of the play. Last play of the game. Cam Boogie throws it up. Intercepted in the end zone. And the BIC stay alive at the hands of a last-second turnover. But it looks like, let's take a look at the replay here. I'm trying to see if there was a whistle on the field. And there's a flag. There was a flag on the play. A flag on the play. The interception may be brought back, and we might have to run this one back again. It seems like it was a final. And that one, it is all over. The flag will be put back in the pocket. It looked like it was on the Vikings. And this one, we are at the handshakes here in Asbury Park. The Trenton BIC nearly pulled the game from the jaws of victory surely into the hands of defeat, because these Baltimore Vikings rode up from Baltimore down I-95 and put on a performance of the year. This might be the best game of 2021. And guess what, folks? We've got 2 more weeks of this.
This has been a broadcast of the American Sevens Football League. Like, follow, and share on our Facebook page at A7FL TV.